Hello, McKenna. I'm going to do your past life wisdom and healing reading now. So let me just relax here and I'm going to connect with you. The focus of this work is to remove blocks, help you make a connection with your spirit guides, help you understand yourself better. I'm approaching a woman. She has no clothing on. I'm only seeing her from the chest upward. She has dark brown hair. She is looking off to the side. She is looking at her reflection. She is standing without clothing on. I see through the reflection an image of a man looking through a window. There is a reflection of water that is dripping down the window, and there's also a reflection of horses or a horse sort of carriage. There's also an image of a man standing who looks very much like a Civil War type soldier. He's got that type of uniform on, it's blue. He's got that type of gun. That is what reminds me of it. They're saying again about the gun, it has a knife piece at the end. He is looking in at her. He sees love and beauty. That is what he sees within her. But is that what she sees within herself? Does she continue to look at herself and look for the love and beauty? Is she looking at it or for it on the outside, or is she looking at it from within? Can she find love and beauty within herself? They are showing me a flower that is opening up. It is red, it is pink, and it is white. It is white now. It is opening like a rose. Its petals are opening up very wide. It's even stretching. It feels or experiences a stretching sensation when it is opening up. This is not opening up necessarily to the sun. It is just choosing to open up now. They say, are you choosing to open up now? Do you open yourself up now? Do you open yourself up to the light of all? This flower is picked from within your heart, and now this flower is being smelled. Its fragrance is inviting. Its fragrance is inviting feelings of love and passion. I see this Civil War man smelling a rose that is white. That is a reflection of the rose within your heart. He smells it and he thinks of you. This is a love story. This is a fallen soldier. This is a story about finding yourself, finding who and what you truly are through the fragrance of love itself. Not just love from another, but love for yourself. Love that comes from within. Divine love. Spiritual love. Do you allow him to touch your heart? Do you allow your own hand to touch your own heart? There is silence as she continues to look into the mirror, and now I see tears. She is still continuing to try to find a balance in her appearance. She is wearing olden time clothing. A pattern on the topper piece of this dress has very small flowers and sort of an off yellow kind of, it's yellow but it's not bright yellow, and it's a sort of a yellowish tan color. And then there's sort of a piece of fabric that goes around the waist, and then it's got like a darker color to that, and then from there it is a dark green sort of color from there. Just cotton fabric. Her hair is put up. She is wearing no makeup. And yet she's drying her face, drying her eyes. She's looking into her eyes more closely. She has a cloth that she dries tears from her eyes. She is breathing. She is catching her breath. She is straightening her dress. She is standing up straight, looking into the mirror, looking back at herself. She is composed. She has attained her composure. I can hear her steps on wooden floor, walking through a door. She seems like she can present herself now. She is going on to what is like, it's like a hallway, but it's so opened. It's a hallway that it opens up to just an open space in the house, so you could actually see the doorway and the bottom floor entryway and the sort of living space. It's a beautiful establishment. It's large, and so this is wooden, and she's reaching just the stairway. It goes down the center. There's nothing particularly fancy about her, but she's plain, she is simple, but she is a beautiful woman still. There is something about her face that she does not like. I'm trying to understand what it is. She just doesn't feel like she's pretty enough. I don't know why she would feel that way. She has nice skin. She's not exceptionally perfect like a model or anything, but she's not unattractive. There is a plain and simpleness to her appearance. Her hair is a dull brown color. There's nothing flashy about her. She is no longer thinking about this as she comes down. There's a man here to greet her. They're looking at each other. She is shaking his hand. He is wearing black. Some sort of black coat. A black hat. He has black hair. You just only see it in his mustache, and then he has not shaven here, but he has quite a thick mustache, like a shoe kind, a horseshoe kind. He's got some vile manners. He spits in a spittoon as he looks at her. He looks at her in a way that he's not honoring her as a woman. He is looking at her and feeling his sexual needs. He is not looking at her and desiring to comprehend her inner heart. He is only looking at her and thinking about pleasing his sexual needs. He is spitting in the spittoon again. He's got a lot of tobacco in his mouth, and it creates a lot of liquid, and it just constantly needs to be spit out. She has no feeling of love in her heart, but she understands this. This is not true love. This is called understanding. Is that what companionship is about? Is companionship about understanding? Or is it about true love? Is it about commitment because of understanding? Or is it about true love? They say true love very softly, because this is not about true love. This is about understanding. Commitment through understanding, through roles of understanding. There is acceptance in you. They show me a scene where he is smiling and you are holding each other's hands. He is sitting on a cart. I hear horses. You can hear what are like rocks and wheels sort of spitting rocks. Just sort of a gravelly sound. And motion forward on there's a cart of some kind. There's horses. It's like this what would be to take people from place to place, a carriage or something of that kind. It's got dark wood to it. She's sitting with him on the outside, and they are sitting together. He is manning the horses. She's smiling. It's a nice day. It's not hot, it's not cold. It's like a spring day. She is not unhappy at all. She's actually feels warmth in her heart. And it feels warm on the sun, just like a spring day. They are both sitting out here together, enjoying the fresh air together. I do not experience him having needs in that way. I experience him feeling balanced and happy and accepting of his life and of his wife. They say life, they say wife. He accepts you. He finds your inner beauty as well. The introduction may have been uncomfortable, but it was what blossomed into a loving bond with each other. It blossomed into a loving bond with each other. That's what they say. They show me you with a bonnet on. You are getting dressed. You have bra and underwear on. You are putting on other clothing. He is standing behind you. He kisses you on your neck. He still has this habit of chewing and spitting, and his teeth are kind of rotted. He sees you as a woman, a beautiful woman. He sees you as a beautiful woman. He sees you as the woman he chooses. And it's understood. There's still this feeling, though, from you of looking into the mirror and wondering why it doesn't feel like there's something more to life than this. It feels like you are truly looking for something more to life than putting on the clothing each and every day, putting them on, taking them off. The routine of life here. It feels like there's something more to this, and you don't know what it is. You don't know what it could possibly be. You don't know what else is there, but yet this feeling lingers within your heart. I see you aging. Your hair does not turn gray right away. You look like you're in your late 40s, and your hair is still this brown color. It only has a few strands of gray. You continue to pull it back. You're getting even older now. Nothing has changed. It's always been the same routine. You can't say that this wasn't a acceptable life, but yet this missing feeling, this key is not been turned yet. You can't understand what this lingering feeling is. You're still looking for a deeper answer. You are a very old woman now. The hair is grayed, and you are still putting on the dress. I'm not seeing him here this time. It's so quiet and still. There is no sensation of children or grandchildren, but only the sound of you on a rocking chair and the sound of movement of a rocking chair on wood. Back and forth, back and forth. The sound of a tapping finger. There is no tapping finger, but it is a sensation of time. Time when there's nothing else to do but sit on a chair and rock back and forth. The rock stops. You stand up from the rocking chair. You have moved on from the lifetime. Your soul's walking towards this door, and it is opening. It is a red door. You walk through it and into the light. I see faces of joy here greeting you. They come from within the light itself. You're starting to feel freedom. You are starting to feel growth. You are starting to feel the essence of true love in your heart. That one thing that you could not see no matter how hard you tried. You couldn't see it because it's not on the outside, it's on the inside of you. How do you find your loves in the infinite universe? You have to look within your heart. You are greeted by several faces. All I see are just faces, and they smile from the light. I see smiling and eyes, and the eyes sort of have smiles in them as well, coming from light, pure light. I keep seeing an image of a flower growing really fast. It is a single, what looks kind of like a tulip, but it's not. It's yellow. And it grows out of the ground there, showing the entire process from a seed into what is the growth out of the ground into like a stem and then into a blossom. And then as the flower withers away, and then it transitions into a new reflection of life. It is the reflection of life. They're showing you as a seed growing into a flower, embracing the sunlight, and then you wither, and then you move on. The cycle of life. Moving on transitions into new versions of flowers and cycles of life. But you have moved on from this cycle of life. Now you are in the light of all. You are contemplating that ride with that man, your husband, on the carriage that spring day. It felt for one time like you understood something more in that single moment than you could gather in that entire lifetime. In that single moment, you understood a feeling of joy, spiritual joy. I can hear the sound of singing from within your heart, and from the smile upon your face, and from the feeling of his hand in your hand, from the sound of the horses, from the sound of the wheels on the pathway, the color of the grass that you see, the sound of the birds. All of these sounds intermixing into a moment of joy. And it did not come from looking at the mirror. It came from experiencing this moment with your husband. Your chosen one. Your two souls chose that lifetime with each other. Did you know that? They show me your soul, the hand of your soul touching the hand of his soul. They show me you looking into each other's gaze. They show me the intimate, blissful bond that your two souls have in spirit. It's beyond anything we would recognize in our human bodies. But in that lifetime, your souls were working on comprehending, trying to experience more spiritual ecstasy in a physical human incarnation, one where the surroundings are about understanding, the commitment through understanding. Can they find love? Can they blossom in love as they feel love in the spirit realm? Spirit asks those questions. Do you feel that you attained love in that lifetime? They say, yes, you did. Your soul did learn about love in that lifetime, along with his soul also learned about love. Is it the same love that we saw in the beginning? That type of love. Infatuation, absolute adoration, falling to the knees, cannot breathe without you. Was it that type of love, or was it different? Say, how many loves are there? How many different types of loving experiences can we have? And how do they touch our souls and help our souls grow? There's a feeling of energy, and it is lifting up and out of you. It comes from just sort of a crease right at the bottom. I mean, just a little bit above where the rib cage ends. Just right in there, there's an energy that is lifting up and out. I'm going to focus on you for a little bit, okay? I'm not only focusing on you as a human being in the now, I am focusing on you as a version of a woman in a past life, looking into her reflection in the mirror, trying to find her spiritual identity, but not knowing what it was that she was looking for. So I'm going to be silent and focus on this, and then I'll tell you what happens, okay? This is a pretty big deal. I'm just going to tell you what I've seen thus far, and then I'm going to go back into the meditation and healing. I see, as I enter into this scene where you're looking at the mirror, it is an obsessive experience. This part of your soul, you may not have expressed it in human form or even understood how deeply this experience goes, but part of your soul is still in a state of looking for itself to such a degree it is agonizing. And some part of your soul is in a state of pure agony over it and is screaming. And I have laid you down, and you're crying your eyes out, and you're begging for this gift of ecstasy to fill you, for a spiritual blessing, for spiritual awareness, for you to be able to release or find freedom from constantly looking for something and it not coming to you in the mirror. It's overwhelming, and so there's a lot of energy here to help ascend your soul from this version of learning and experience, so that you can start to feel, see, experience your soulmates, your spirit guides, heavenly energy, heavenly love. So I'm going to close my eyes, and there is our archangels here, God is here, heaven is here, there's golden light here, there's your soul here, and we are doing work to focus on healing this part of your soul, okay? It's not just your soul, it's about you as a human being now, it's about your incarnation journey, it's about your soul goals as well, it's about many things. Just a massive release of energy. I'm a little overwhelmed by it. It transformed you. Transformed you from the experience of something. I'm actually overwhelmed by it. I didn't expect it. I'm asking my spirit guides how to share what I just saw. Your soul just basically, how do you define what a soul is that goes into the experience of incarnations? It has both a physical and a spiritual experience simultaneously happening. In this past life is also a blending in with this now moment, as all past lives are all happening simultaneously with this now moment, as simultaneously happening with every future moment as well. In this now moment, we were able to release you from this sort of constant need, and there's just show it to me as you looking into the mirror constantly to find yourself, right? Constant sort of imprisonment trying to find yourself when yourself is located within your heart. How do we help create the ability for you to find yourself within your own heart? You are able to accomplish this in the process of turning the reflection around so that it is not on the outside, it is on the inside. So your soul basically it took what was the physical reflection and transformed the physical reflection itself. Physical reflection is now what went from this everyday ordinary girl into something like just absolutely stunning, absolutely unbelievable. This is your soul beauty shining through your physical body. This is the extraordinary beauty of your soul, your divine creation, shining through your physical body so brightly that it is undeniable by all who look upon you and by yourself when you look upon yourself in the mirror. It is so extraordinary. You're glowing with some golden light around your head. Your hair is glowing. It's got a blonde color to it. You're smiling. It is so genuine. It is so pure. It is so piercing. It is so incredible. The sound is not the sound of spiritual screaming. It is the sound of complete bliss and purity of your heart and emotions, of your bloodstream, of your mind, of your thoughts. Everything letting go and walking away from that experience. Ascending beyond it. How would you have accomplished this in that lifetime? How would you have accomplished a spiritual ascension in that lifetime? Today you can accomplish spiritual ascension, and that is what we are accomplishing for you through this past life wisdom and healing. We are helping you to accomplish spiritual ascension in this now experience, where it was not something you could have attained in that lifetime. It is something that you can attain now. Let's see what else. It's overwhelming. There's still energy associated with it. I see this yellow flower is everlasting and infinite. It never withers, it never dies. It grows and it is stunning to us all for all eternity. That is what they show me. They show me you are stunning to us all for all eternity. You are the flower that every man would be so honored to pick and to be enchanted by your fragrance, to just fall to their knees for you. It's about love of that caliber, love of that purity, love for you from others, but love for you for yourself, for your beautiful and immaculate, gorgeous soul. I'm just going to take a moment to close my eyes and allow the energy to continue to rumble through, and then once it subsides, I'll disconnect, okay? McKenna. That was quite an extraordinary experience for me. Thank you. And thank you for sharing this gift with us all. And for those of you watching, if you're interested in experiencing past life wisdom and healing, please visit my website at abbynormalswisdomquest.com. Thank you for watching.